Okay, guys, so today we will learn about the common source amplifier using Tanner EDA tool. So here I have opened SEdit of Tanner. As I have already explained how to draw circuit in Tanner, how to check the properties, how to simulate your analog circuit or digital circuit in analog EDA tool. This has been already showed in last class, the last video I have uploaded. So today we will deal with common source amplifier. So I think you already know what is common source amplifier. So here I will show you how to construct common source amplifier using Tanner. So my first step is to construct a new design which is known as CS amp. Okay. Now I will add library, Tanner library. It is already selected this Tanner tool libraries, all Tanner library. So I will click OK for this. So here you can see I got the input output pads, logic gates, everything, spice element devices, whatever I need to construct a CS amp. So how we are going to construct a amplifier? Okay, we can construct two types of amplifier. First is using resistor, second is using MOSFET. Means first is using NMOS and resistor, and second is MOSFET and NMOSFET and PMOSFET. So both we can use. First we will go for the NMOS and resistor. So for that we have to construct a cell. Okay, so here this is my cell. Just zoom in to this, and here on this cell I have to draw the circuit of CMOS. So for that I will go for device. Under device I will go for first I will go for NMOS, and here this is my NMOS, as you can see. So NMOS is there. Now the second thing I need is resistor. As you can see, I can use one resistor here. Done. So two things are already there too, and for connection we need VGS and VDD, and for that we need to go to mix ground. We need, I will connect one ground here. The connection I will do it later. First we'll put all the supplies 1 and 2. Okay, done. Now I will connect the circuit. First this will go to this. Okay, this will go to this. Okay, this body will also connect to the ground. Okay, now this is my input VGS. This will also connect to the ground. This is my VDD. This will also connect to the VDD, and this will go to the ground. So my circuit connection is already done. What we need to change here, first I will leave this resistor value as 10K, no problem. The width and length of NMOS is also okay. It is the ratio of 10. Input we need to change because we are going to use the AC input, AC analysis. So here I will select AC input. Okay, so this is AC input. I will change its name. The name should be VGS. Okay, magnitude is 1, phase is 0. Make this 0.5 DC. Okay, this is done, and make this VDD as 2 volt. Okay, so this is 2 volt. Now for measuring the voltage, we need to give one command called as print voltage to observe the voltage at output. And for the output, we need to connect one port here where we will measure the output. So my output will be measured from here. So I will connect one out port here. As you can see from here, we can select one out port, and I will drag it to this place, and I will give its name as V out. Okay. Okay. So this is the V out. Now I will give the connection from V out to, because we are going to get the output from here. Okay. Now we need to give the command to print the voltage where we will see the output. So this is the print voltage command. I will drag and I will connect it to this place. Okay, this is done, and this print voltage command will observe the AC AC input, not the transient, not only the transient, it should be in AC. That's why I have selected AC. You can go for transient also, you can go for DC also. For everything you can go, and you can check what are the outputs you are getting. You can check in transient form also, transient analysis, AC analysis, DC analysis, everything. Right now I am checking AC. Okay. So my circuit is completed. Now I will check my circuit whether it is okay or not. Yeah, my circuit is okay, zero error, zero warning found. Now I will give the settings. First I will go to general, and then I will add my library, what I have already told you people, that you will get the library under document, inside Tanner tool, inside libraries, inside models, and here is generic 0 to 5, means this is 250 micrometer library file .lib. Okay, I will open this and I will give space, capital T here. Okay, and we need not to give anything on these options. Okay, now I will go for DC operating point analysis. Okay, we just have to select this one, don't have to give any time or anything else. Now select transient Fourier analysis also, it will run for 100 nanosecond to 10 nanosecond. Okay, AC analysis is the most important part. Start frequency I am going to give is 1k, sorry, 10 hertz. Stop frequency will be 10,000 hertz, or you can say 10k. The number of frequency will be in between 100, and the sweep type will be linear. Okay, I am going to give this. So my setup is done. Okay, now I am going to run the simulation. By pressing this green button, we will run the simulation. You can see the simulation is running. Okay, so you can see the output I am getting is 4.5. This is in dB form. Okay, this is in dB form, and this is my V out magnitude, and this is my phase. You have learned this, that there is magnitude plot and there is phasor diagram. So both are here. This is my frequency on x-axis. You can see I have started from 10 and we have gone till 10k. Here it is 1k, and till here it will go to 10k. So how this magnitude is varying? It is constant. It is giving 4.5 dBV, and this is 180-degree phase shift. Okay. So I think there is some mistake in here. I will check another time. Actually, this should be in minus. My magnitude, gain magnitude should be in minus, because the common source amplifier going to give 180-degree phase shift, as we have already seen here in our phasor diagram, that it will give 180-degree phase shift. So if we are giving positive, then it will give negative. So there is something problem with, I think, resistor. I will try to decrease its value. It is 1 minute. Don't know what happened. Okay, so it is 10K. I will make it 100 ohm. Okay, and yeah, again I will run the simulation. Let's see what happens. We can't increase our RD beyond some value now. Otherwise my voltage drop will increase. Oh my god, this is minus 34. So you can see here the magnitude we are getting here. This is in minus. Okay, so it is quite good magnitude, means my amplification is there. From here, by observing this, you can find out the amplification. What is the amplification? Means V out by V in. This is in dB. You can convert this into normal magnitude. Okay. So this is with resistance. I will change one more time. I will change. I will give it 1000, means 1K, and again we will run. Okay, you can see when I have increased the value of resistance, this whole dB decreased. Okay, means magnitude decreased. This is minus 14 now, and the phase shift is same. Phase shift will be the same. Okay, one last thing I will do. What I will do, I will connect one PMOS instead of resistor. Okay, so I will just delete this resistor, and I will bring PMOS. Here it is, PMOS. Okay, done. And PMOS as resistor. You will learn this in theory. PMOS as resistor. So if I will do this, then it will act as the resistor. Okay. So this is PMOS as resistor. Now we can play with width and length of PMOS. Okay. Here you can see the width and length. The width is 2.5 micrometer and length is 0.25. So I will change it to, means ratio is W by L is 10. Okay, but I will change it to 50. So what I will do, I will give this W as 12.5. I have to increase the width, and because this NMOS ratio will be same, it is 10, and this ratio will be 50. Okay. and everything else. Yeah, we have to connect the body will go here. Okay, sorry, body will be connected to VDD. Okay, so now again I will check my diagram, so you can see zero error, zero warning. Setup simulation is all the same. Okay, so we'll run the simulation again and observe the output. Okay, so here you can see here you can see that I'm getting dBV as minus, and this is the correct output. Okay, and it is in milli. So if we will convert this into, okay, let me check the data, where I will find the data. Plot properties, chart properties. No, let me do this. Okay, so output we are getting, and from this value we can calculate the gain, means normal gain. This is in dB form. So this is okay, the output is okay, no problem with the output. We have to just increase the amplification, means we have to increase the gain. So what you will do to increase the gain in a common source amplifier, what things you can change to increase the gain? Those things are like width and length. The main thing is width and length you can change. You can play with the VDD, but it doesn't matter. You can play with the VGS also, but not very much. Okay. So this is my common source amplifier. All types of, means resistive and using PMOS. We can, instead of PMOS, we can use NMOS also, but the body effect will come into existence in case of NMOS. That's why we don't use NMOS here. PMOS as a resistor, it will work. Okay. So in next class, we will see the different amplifier. So this is it for today. You have to practice this and you have to submit the report with the screenshot and with the waveform, screenshot of this diagram, and with the waveform and all. You have to submit this report. Okay. You can text label this like A, B, C, D. I'm labeling this. And you can also write your name here, and you have to label this circuit, and then you have to include this in your lab report. First thing. Second thing, you have to, after constructing the circuit, you have to save this using this button, save the design and save the library. Okay. So afterwards, if you want to open this, you can open this circuit. Got it? So that's all for today, guys. We will meet in next class with different amplifier. Okay, so thank you for today. Thank you.